Now this list is in no particular order, but this is going to be the best cars in the game, and the best vehicles that everybody should own in the game. My bad, I'm sorry. The first one is going to be the armored Karuma. It costs $525,000, and it is one of the best cars that you're going to ever use in this game. It's helpful for missions, and as you'll see as the clip progresses, I don't get, these cops, they won't be able to do nothing to me once I get them on me. No matter how much, how many times they shoot at me, it won't do nothing. The car's fast. It's very useful for missions. I don't like using it on missions just because I play missions to have fun, not to just sit in the car and shoot. That's not fun to me. But if you are, doing missions just trying to make money, this car is going to be one of your friends. It's a little older. It came out in the heist update, and it is honestly one of the most useful cars that you can have in the game. It's just amazing. And right here, I end up getting stuck in the convenience store after I rob it, and I use the up and atomizer to get out. But this car is amazing. The only bad thing about it is the speed of it. It's not super fast, but it's not slow either. It's kind of average. But another bad thing about it is the blind spot. The blind spot really pisses me off usually. I mean, I can't shoot out of a certain spot. Just really why? But this is going to be one of the best cars that you can have. The blind spot gets annoying, and the speed, but other than that, it's an amazing car, and I highly recommend you get it. It's good for making money. Not the best for making money, but it is certainly helpful, especially for contact missions. And then there is a certain spot on here where you can get shot through, but NPCs really don't hit it too often, so you're safe. Anyway, this car's amazing. I'd highly recommend you own the car. Now the next vehicle is going to be the Cargobob. It's going to come in at $1,790,000. It is a pretty good vehicle if you want to do import-export. And there's a more expensive version that's just a different color. But this is a very good vehicle if you want to do import-export. It makes it a lot easier, a lot faster. Really, I wouldn't recommend getting it unless you do it import-export. That's the only reason I have it. But if you do import-export, which is one of the best ways to make money in the game, then you will really love the Cargobob. I usually don't use it just because I find it boring, but it does make it stupid easy to do cars, to do import-export. And it's kind of fun to play around with, but really I'd only recommend getting it if you do import-export, because it does make those missions 100 times easier. The only really bad thing about this thing is its uses. There's not very many. And then it's the speed is slow, and especially when it has something on it, it is very slow. But for import-export, it's amazing, and I would highly recommend using it if you don't want to always fight the enemies. Sometimes I'll use it just to change things up, but usually I don't. The next vehicle is going to be the Buzzard, which is going to come in at a price of $1,750,000. Now this helicopter is amazing. If you do not have an Oppressor Mark II or do not want an Oppressor Mark II, I would highly recommend this Buzzard. The Buzzard. The helicopter is awesome. Before the Mark II, this was an amazing vehicle. Took you around the map real fast. You can call it in anywhere from the CEO menu. It was just amazing, and I loved using it. Now I like the Mark II more, but the Buzzard was once the best vehicle for someone to own in the game, one of the best at the very least. I highly recommend getting this. It's also kind of like a good vehicle just to play around with, but it's pretty useful if you're doing crates, just starting out especially. It is very good. Go ahead and buy it. That's really all I can say. It's amazing. Get it if you're just starting out especially. The Oppressor Mark II is the best vehicle for a grinder in the game. One of the best, actually. There's one more that you can argue is better, but this is very helpful. It comes in at a price of $2,925,000 is the trade price. You have to do like 5 client jobs or 10 client jobs or something like that from the Terrorbyte. And then there's the just buy it now price of $3,890,250. This vehicle is awesome. For PvP, it is amazing. You just have to beep, beep, shoot. Alright, beep, beep, shoot, 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 beep, beep, shoot. Just keep doing that over and over and over. The missiles really don't miss. They're, I think, better than the Ruiner missiles, which are pretty good. These will do, I mean, they will turn on a dime. The missiles will. And the thing's fast. It's one of the best ways to get around the map. And, yeah, it's just really an overall awesome vehicle. If you grind the game, you need it. It's not just a griefer thing. It's not just a try-hard thing. It is just an amazing vehicle that I highly recommend everybody in the game have, especially if you have a lot of money or, you know, you're getting up there in level or something. It is a very awesome vehicle to use. I love it. So it will take them a little bit to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's awesome. Buy it. It makes crates easy. It makes a lot of other stuff easy. The Terrorbyte is arguably the best vehicle that you can have as a grinder. It makes everything easy. If you're doing crates, it makes those way easier. Once I get on this menu here, you'll see all you can do with the Terrorbyte. The client jobs here pay $30,000, except for the bottom two. They suck. Don't worry about those. You can source hangar cargo. Not very good to do though. Crates, biker supplies. If I was an NC president, I could have done that. Gun running supplies. Then you can do import export, which I don't recommend running like supply missions, but you can do it if you really want to. Over here you have your weapon workshop you can add on to it, which you know, it's just like the making stuff Mark II. And then here in a second you'll see me on the Oppressor. That's the workshop there that you have to upgrade the Oppressor. And then you'll see me on the drones and on the drone, and then you'll see me on the missile battery, which I really forgot all about. This vehicle has made me millions and millions of dollars and helped me make more money. Like, I've sourced a lot of crates from it that I haven't sold yet, but it is an awesome vehicle. If you have a nightclub, you need to get it. If you know, it makes stuff so much easier. Honestly, the Terrorbyte is one of the best additions that they have into the game. You need to have it. Highly recommend having it. The only bad thing really about the Terrorbyte is that you need a nightclub for it, and that is just like the little, what you call it. Oh, you can also change your clothes in here, by the way, too. But that's just the little what is it called, paywall that Rockstar has for it, which is kind of crappy, but it's whatever, you know. Terrorbyte's also pretty fast. You can customize your Terrorbyte. Been pretty detailed. Not the best customization, but certainly, you know, it could have been worse. The nightclub's the only really thing that gets annoying about it, because you have to have a nightclub, so, you know, it's whatever. You won't see me on the drones, actually, because I'm in this. You can't keep talking, so. The next vehicle that I would highly recommend is going to be the Pariah. Now, I'm not recommending this just because it's, you know, because it will help you make money. It's really just because it is a fast car coming in at a price of $1.42 million. It's reasonably priced. It's the fastest car in the game right now, I think. And it is an amazing car to use for, like, races and stuff like that. It's a sports car, but, you know, it's very fast. It'll help you get around the map quick. I recommend this car for, like I said, races and just getting around the map quick. If you like cars, this is a good car to have. For races, it's amazing. If you love doing races, boom, you have a car. It's the fastest one in the game, like I already said. The Pariah, really, that's the only reason it's on the list, because it's fast and it's somewhat cheap, you know. So, you know, if you want it, buy it. It's not really needed, but it does help out a lot if you're, like, there's an import-export mission where you have to race. You can do it on the Mark II. Say you don't have a Mark II, though. You can use this, and you can get to the destination really, really quick. Because as long as you don't crash a lot, you gotta get there. As you see, I've already went from the city to out by Sandy Shores now, so it's a very fast vehicle. I highly recommend it. I love when I drive it, but I don't drive it often. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next one, and peace.